Hello there everyone! Today's video is going to be different from the one you're usually used to. Today, I answer the question, can I beat Pokemon FireRed with a team of only one Snorlax? Now, I know what you're all thinking, but source, Snorlax is a good Pokemon. It has a large move pool and great stats. What could possibly be a challenge for you other than Bruno? The reason why I chose Snorlax will come later, but for now, let's go over the rules. In battle, I can only use Snorlax. I can catch other Pokemon for HMs, but that's about it. No items during battle. Only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of combat are allowed. No glitches, exploits, or cheats, as it's not a challenge if I can't struggle. And just as a mental rule for myself, no EV training. It makes the game easier to play, and I worry too much about getting the right boosts and stats. So with that being said, let's begin. I start off the game and choose a female character. I name her Midnight. So close to greatness. After naming our rival, I go to Professor Oak's lab and pick up Snorlax. I chose to replace Squirtle so that our rival would choose Bulbasaur, meaning his final team will have two Pokemon with Intimidate, which will probably be a challenge for us. I named the Snorlax Chonky Boy, because he do be pretty chonky though. Hey, side note, I just realized it doesn't say Chonky Boy anymore because I was a dum-dum and used a different save to name Snorlax, so unfortunately his name will be Chalky Boy for now. Don't worry, I'll rename him once I find the name raider. His nature is hardy, so neutral stat gains. Better than an attack lowering nature at least. His ability is immunity, so it means we can't get poisoned. That's good. Imagine he had insomnia. How wrong that'd be. After getting Oak's parcel, I begin grinding up some levels. The first gym is a rock type one, so Snorlax will definitely need to be a strong enough level to take them down. After making my way through Viridian Forest, I decide to go and fight Brock. And it goes terribly. Geodude uses defense scrolls to build its defense, so tackle only does 1 damage. Even when I build up my defense scrolls, he hits me for 2 damage and gets critical hits. So it's back to grinding. I am 1 level away from learning Belly Drum though, so I'll try that, and if that doesn't work, I'll learn Headbutt and go on from there. First try, and it actually works. Yeah, I did get lucky with misses and crits, but even so, I'm sure I could have taken him out in the next few tries. I head east and go through Mount Moon to get to the next badge. But on my way there, I took the Dome Fossil. Look guys, I love memes, and I love Lord Helix too, but we need to give some love to Kabuto too, okay? Anyways, I reach the other side and get the move Mega Punch from a move tutor. I then rush to Misty and sweep her team like it's nothing. Snorlax has high special defense, so I wasn't too worried. Next is our rival fight near Nugget Bridge. He starts with Pidgeotto and uses Gusts on us. We take him down with 2 headbutts. Next is his Rattata, which also goes down, but not before he uses Tail Whip to lower our defense. Abra is out, so a quick Mega Punch finishes it off. He then sends out Bulbasaur, and it scared me. It put me to sleep and then tried to use Leech Seed on me to sap away my health, but thankfully I woke up and KO'd him with a Mega Punch. Okay, perhaps Bulbasaur actually will be hard to fight against. After going on to the SSN, I fought most of the trainers there for experience. I know I probably won't need it, but then again they're here, so I better take the chance. Interesting find, good sir. I don't believe I've seen that Pokemon before. While I'm here, I also fight our rival. His Pidgeotto sand attacks us, lowering our accuracy. That's going to be concerning. After knocking it out, I headbutt his Raticate too. Then in comes Kadabra. I try to headbutt it, but it outspeeds and disables headbutt. It then confuses me with confusion. This isn't looking too good. I miss Mega Punch, but I'm able to use headbutt again. But due to confusion, I hit myself. And despite the accuracy drop from Kadabra's Kinesis, I'm able to break through the confusion and knock out Kadabra with a headbutt. Last is Ivysaur, but it only uses Vine Whip. I snap out of confusion and land headbutt, KOing Ivysaur from full health. I grab the HM for cut and make a dash towards Lieutenant Surge's gym. His Voltorb wastes his attack with Screech, so I end it with a headbutt. Next is Pikachu that tries to set up with Double Team, but I one-shot it too with another headbutt. Last is his Ace Raichu. He sets up with Double Team and I miss unfortunately. He then paralyzes me with a Thunder Wave, but I'm able to push through and headbutt him as well. Another easy fight. I go back to Cerulean City, head east and go to Rock Tunnel. And while we're here, I'd like to congratulate and hate the Gen 3 remakes for making Rock Tunnel so hard to navigate without Flash. In the Gen 1 games, you can see the bright side of the wall so you know where to go, but in the remakes, it's only a light circle over the character. In fact, it was so hard to navigate through I actually had to look up a map of Rock Tunnel in order to get out. Anyways, we get out of the tunnel and head straight to Erica's gym. She starts with Victory Bell and tries to use Poison Powder, but our ability gives us immunity to it. I then use Headbutt, thinking it'd be enough to KO, but it doesn't. She then heals up with a Hyper Potion, so 2 more headbutts finish the job. I then Body Slam her entire team down. By the way, the reason why I'm highly over-leveled is because I've been accidentally fighting trainers. Whoops. We then go to the Rocket Game Quarter and fight Giovanni. His Onyx starts by using Harden as I set up with Belly Drum. His Onyx then uses Harden 2 more times as I body slam it down. Giovanni! What? He then sends out Rhyhorn, which goes down with 1 body slam, and then his Kangaskhan comes out. It flinches me with Fake Out and almost takes me out with a Mega Punch, but we survive and body slam it down for the win. If I'd lost that fight, I'd be pretty embarrassed. We pick up the Silph Scope and head back to Lavender Town, where we meet a rival waiting for us in Pokemon Tower. I quickly body slam his Pidgeotto when we get to see his 2 dangerous Pokemon for the future, Gyarados and Growlithe. His Gyarados, however, just gets locked into Thras, so 2 body slams take it out. Same goes for Growlithe, but the attack drops are starting to scare me. Kadabra comes out and disables Body Slam. It then confuses me with Confusion. Why does this keep happening? We one-shot it with Headbutt and last is Ivysaur. Afraid I might hit myself in Confusion, I go for Rest. Which ends up being the same turn I snap out of Confusion. Gosh darn it. His Ivysaur tries to put us to sleep even though we already are, and then he just spams Razor Leaf as I wake up and Body Slam him down with a crit. Unnecessary overkill. It's at this point I realize I can't hit any ghosts because of my normal type moves. Looking over my move list, I could learn some special type moves, but I noticed that I can learn Shadow Ball. Ghost type in Generation 3 is physical, so using Shadow Ball would be a good benefit. And the only way to get it? The Game Corner. I know that I can probably get the TM later, but I decided to get it now just to save some time, and besides, the slot games are fun. After about 20 minutes or so, I grab the Shadow Ball TM and save Mr. Fuji from Pokemon Tower. After doing so, I head to Silph Co and pick out the car to fight our rival. His Pidgeot used Feather Dance, so I retaliated with Belly Drum to maximize my attack. And then I swept his entire team with Body Slam. His Venusaur did scare me a little with its crit, but I knew it would only take a couple of tries to defeat him. Next up is Giovanni, and this is actually my second attempt. I was a dum-dum and didn't set a Belly Drum on his Nidorino, so his Nidoqueen destroyed me. But after learning my mistake, I used Belly Drum and swept his team with Body Slam and Shadow Ball. Since I was at Saffron City, I decided to take on Sabrina's gym there to kill time. I have high special defense, Shadow Ball, it should be easy. And it was. On the second attempt, her Venomoth Supersonic really hurt us in the first try when I used Belly Drum, so I swept her team without it. Why is confusion so common in this video? We then go west to Cycling Road when we have the Spider-Man moment with his other Snorlax. It's only after I defeated it that I realized I forgot to pick up something very important before Cycling Road. The Eevee from Celadon! I name it Pika-Puff, someone you should definitely check out on Twitter. I make my way to Fuchsia City and realize that the name meter isn't actually in Fuchsia. It's in Lavender. I quickly hop on the back of my Pidgey and fly all the way back to Lavender Town and fix Chalky Boy's name to his true form, Chonky Boy. After that, I take on Koga and after a Billy Drum, completely sweep his entire team with Body Slam with some crits at the end. After that, I head to the Safari Zone and pick up some Gold Teeth and an 8-jump for Surf. With Surf in hand, I head to Cinnabar Island, collect the secret key, and fight Blaine. This last bit of the story has actually been pretty hard for me. This is my second attempt because Growlithe roared to make my Lapras come out. On my second attempt, after taking down Growlithe, I used Belly Drum on Ponyta and swept his entire thing with Body Slam. But did you notice at the end? Chonky Boy outsped Arcanine. How did that happen? Arcanine's base speed is 95, while Chonky Boy's is 30. What? The game's been weird, let's just finish the story. I head back to Viridian City and fight Giovanni for the last time. I set up on his Rhyhorn, but it slows me down with Scary Face as I'm asleep. I take it out with Shadow Ball afterwards. Next is Nidoqueen, and she hits me with an Earthquake. We tank it and shut her down. Nidoking and Dugtrio do the same, and now I'm against Giovanni's last Rhyhorn. I'm at dangerously low HP, so I risk a rest in case. He hits me with an Earthquake, and it leaves me on 8 HP. That was a really intense sweating moment right there. I then rest up and finish off Rhyhorn with a Shadow Ball. Now that I have the final badge, I head west and take on our rival once again. His Pidgeot uses Feather Dance, so I counter back with Belly Drum. After hitting me with a Wing Attack, I flatten him with a Body Slam. Next out is Rhyhorn, so I take the chance to heal with Rest as he just uses Takedown. We took him down, but he did do a pretty good number on me. Next is his Gyarados. He misses Hydro Pump though, and so I take him out with one Body Slam. Growlithe comes out soon after. He hits me with a Takedown before fainting. I'm not looking too good. Next is Alakazam, but he wastes his chance with a Disable that misses, so he goes down with another Body Slam. Last is Venusaur, and he could have taken us out, but he tried to set up with Growth, so we Body Slam him down for the win. After going through Victory Road, I head back to previous places to grind up some levels. I don't see a level 55 Snorlax being able to sweep the entire Elite Four in the champion. One of the Elite Four members is specialized in Fighting type. So after grinding to level 60, here's a look at our stats. We have some high HP, attack, and special defense with some decent defense and special attack, and pretty bad speed. I think we might be able to take down Lorelei, but I think Bruno might wall us because of how slow we are. But then again, we have Belly Drum, so who knows? Now before I actually try, I'm gonna go grab some food. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. That was good lunch. But anyways, I'm back here and now we're fighting Lorelei. We almost take her out, but the hail damages us too much and it leaves me soft enough for Jinx to kill me with an ice punch. Maybe if we get it to not hail, we can win? After about 4 tries of it not hailing, I finally get the win. I body slam her Dugong, set up on Cloister, and sweep her entire team with body slam and Shadow Ball. Finally, Jinx is back out. It puts us to sleep and starts chipping away at my HP with Ice Punch, but we wake up and critically hit Jinx with the Shadow Ball, finishing the battle. We lost 2 attempts because of Jinx's status moves. I heal up outside of battle, and next is Bruno. First try ends with a critical Brick Break by Hitmonlee. Gosh darn it. I tried 5 more times, this time holding a Chesto Berry to wake us up early from rest. 4 times, still no luck. Our main problem is not being healthy enough to fight Machamp. I already used Rest on Onix to be at full HP, but we take too much damage from Hitmonlee to survive Machamp's Cross Chop. I'm sure it could miss, but I'm getting fed up with waiting, so I decided to train Snorlax up to level 70 and try again. Well, on my first go at level 70, we maxed out our attack and critically hit Onix with a Shadow Ball. Hitmonchan missed his Sky Uppercut. Hitmonlee brought our health into yellow. Bruno's Machamp used Bulk Up, basically pitying me and giving me the win after I critically hit his second Onix with a Shadow Ball. What the heck? This game's a jerk to me! Speaking of the game being a jerk, it takes me a second try to beat Agatha's team. I one-shot her Gengar with Shadow Ball after it confused me with Confuse Ray. I then snapped out of confusion and used Belly Drum and Rest on her Golbat, which only spammed Air Cutter. After knocking it out with a Body Slam, she then sends out Arbok, which lowers my defense with Screech before falling to another Body Slam as well. In comes her last Gengar, which hits me with a critical Sludge Bomb. Thankfully, it doesn't KO, so I knock it out with Shadow Ball. And her last Haunter just uses Curse, basically giving me the win with Shadow Ball. Confuse Ray really messed me up on the first time with her first Gengar used it. Last of the Elite Four is Dragon Trainer Lance. He started with a Gyarados which lowered my attack. I used Belly Drum as Gyarados spammed Dragon Rage. After taking it out, Aerodactyl was next and I took it as my chance to heal with Rest. His Ancient Power and Wing Attack did a good number on Chonky Boy before it went down. After seeing how powerful Chonky was, Lance sent out Dragonite and he could have ended me, but instead he used Safeguard, allowing me to sweep his team and win. Aerodactyl really hurt me on the first try that allowed Dragonite to finish me off with a Wing Attack. And now we face one last challenge. Our rival. On my 7th attempt, I finally did it. His Pidgeot loved to spam Sand Attacks so much, so I knew it would be a lost run if he did it. This time, however, he uses Aerial Ace, so I critically Body Slam him down. Talk about karma, huh? Next he sends out Alakazam. I set up with Belly Drum when Alakazam uses Psychic, dropping a stage in Special Defense. I was holding an Oran Berry at the time, and I believe that's what saved me from being KO'd as Alakazam used Psychic again to bring me down to 20 HP. I rested up and tanked more Psychics before Alakazam went down, but not before being able to set up a Reflect and getting my health near half. Rhydon comes out next, so I use Shadow Ball, but because of the Reflect, it only does about half his HP. He hits me with Rock Tomb, which slows me down, and hits me with Earthquake. I use another Shadow Ball to take him down. Next out is Gyarados, dropping a stage of my attack with Intimidate. My HP was low, and I knew if Gyarados nailed a Hydro Pump on me, I was done for. I took the risk and used Rest while he used Hydro Pump. He missed, allowing me to heal back to full health while also taking some hits from him. I made the Water Flying Onix back into a ground one after slamming it down into the ground. Next out is Arcanine. Another attack stage dropped. He only uses Flamethrower before I knock him out with one more Body Slam. Finally, he sends out Venusaur. If he wanted to, he could have ended it all here with one attack. But he decided to use Growth, giving me the win with Chonky Boy after hitting a Body Slam. We became Pokemon Champion with only a Snorlax and won. For being my first official Pokemon Solo Run, it was actually pretty fun. Smooth sailing for the early game, a bit bumpy in the middle, and complete walled by the end. I hope you'll enjoy this video, and I wish you all a... Huh? Oh, right, the reason. I didn't explain why I did this challenge. Right. Well, let's go over the name of the female character. Had Pokemon allowed it, her full name would have been Midnight, a reference to someone that inspired me to do this Snorlax only run. Her full username is Midnight Audios. She does audio roleplays for people to enjoy, so I'll link her channel in the description below so you can check her videos out. But wait, if she does audio roleplays, how does this relate to Pokemon? Well, she also streams Pokemon Unite sometimes, and I always enjoy watching them alongside her audio videos. One of her personal favorite Pokemon to play in Unite is Snorlax, and she calls him a chonky boy. Sound familiar? It was after watching one of her streams that I decided to make an audio roleplay based around Snorlax. So I started typing, and then thoughts and ideas flew into my mind, and then I just began typing more and more, adding more to the story than I anticipated, and then I realized I created a series. So with all this in mind, this challenge run was basically used as a way to promote my new upcoming audio roleplay series with Snorlax in it. When will the first episode be out? You'll just have to wait and see. Until then, have a good day everyone.